So today we'll discuss about the Prime Minister. Okay. So the Prime Minister of India is the head of the institution, head of the government. Okay. So one of the constitutional expert, Lord Morley, he has said that the Prime Minister is the primus inter pares. So which means first among the equals and keystone of the cabinet arc. Okay. So when we talk about the appointment of the Prime Minister, in fact, there is no such procedure laid down in the Constitution. But according to the Article 75 of the Constitution, Prime Minister will be appointed by the President. So it is the President who appoints the Prime Minister. And it is further said that President has to appoint the leader of the majority in Lok Sabha as the Prime Minister. But suppose there is no party in majority in Lok Sabha, then what to do? So in such situation, the president exercises his discretion. So generally in such a case, a leader of largest party or coalition in Lok Sabha is appointed Prime Minister by the President. Then he is supposed to seek a vote of confidence in the House within a month. Okay. So you might remember one of the Prime Minister in India in 1991, Chandrasekhar Singh. And Chandrasekhar. Hello? Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was talking about the functions of the Indian Prime Minister. Okay. So you see, being the head of the government, various functions and powers are bestowed upon the Prime Minister of India. And these are the Prime Minister recommends President regarding the appointment of ministers. And the nomination of the members of the Council of Ministers is done by the Prime Minister to the President. Okay. So as I told, the President first appoints the leader of the majority party in Lok Sabha as a Prime Minister. And then it is the responsibility, it is the function of the Prime Minister to constitute his Council of Ministers. So how he will constitute? For this purpose, the Prime Minister recommends the name of other members to be appointed as a minister so that the Council of Ministers can be formulated. Okay. So this is the first responsibility. So after constituting the Council of Ministers, he allocates the various portfolios among the ministers. And if suppose any portfolio is not allotted to the cabinet minister, then Prime Minister himself retain it. Okay. So आपने समझा ना? Prime Minister का appointment हो गया. The leader of the opposition has been appointed as a Prime Minister. And then the Prime Minister recommends the name of the other Lok Sabha members to be appointed as a Council of Ministers. And then he also allocates the different portfolios, different departments like HRD, Defense, Home, Finance, Railways. So all these are recommended by the Prime Minister. And suppose any of the portfolio has not been allocated to any of the member, any of the cabinet minister, then it is assumed that the Prime Minister has retained it. Okay. So the activities, the third is the activities of the Council of Ministers are guided, coordinated, and controlled by the Prime Minister. Okay. So the meeting of the Council of Ministers is presided over by the Prime Minister. So time to time cabinet meetings are organized, and in such meetings the Prime Minister preside over the cabinet. Then the Prime Minister has the power to ask a minister to resign or advise the president to dismiss him. Okay, suppose the Prime Minister is not satisfied with the performance of any of the cabinet minister, then he has power to ask the minister to resign, or he can straightway advise the president to dismiss him in case of any difference of opinion. And then the resignation of the Prime Minister results in the collapse of the cabinet of the ministers. Means once Prime Minister has resigned, means the whole cabinet has been collapsed. So the entire council of ministers dissolves on the death or resignation of the Prime Minister. Now you see, the Prime Minister advises the President regarding Attorney General of India, Comptroller Auditor of India, Election there are 65 students. Let me complete the attendance first. Download attendance list. Okay, downloading. So, when we talk about the constitutional framework and position of the Prime Minister, then you see the as per Constitution, President of India is the head of the state. But the Prime Minister, being the head of the Council of Ministers, to assist and advise the President in the discharge of the President's constitutional functions. Okay. So the executive power enjoyed by the prime ministers are: number one, he is the head of the Council of Ministers, and his main role is to advise the president. And the prime minister is also responsible for aiding and advising the president in distribution of the work of the government to various ministers and offices in terms of the government of India. And the coordinating work in the cabinet secretariat is primary the function of the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister, in consultation with the cabinet, schedules and attends the session of the houses of the parliament and is required to answer the questions from the members of parliament to them as the in charge of the portfolios in the capacity of the Prime Minister of India. So always remember that the Prime Minister and the councils of minister are accountable and answerable for the functioning of the government. So whenever the session of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is organized, the Council of Ministers is answerable to the Parliament. So the Prime Minister acts as the leader of the House of the Chamber of Parliament, generally Lok Sabha. And in this role, the Prime Minister is tasked with representing the executive in the legislature. And he is also expected to announce important legislations and is further expected to respond to the opposition's concern. So again, in the previous class, we had discussed just after the delivery of speech in the Lok Sabha, in the present Lok Sabha session. First of all, the leader of the opposition placed his Rahul Gandhi placed his opinion in the Lok Sabha, and then the Prime Minister Narendra Modi responded to the opposition's concern. है ना? क्या याद है ना तुम लोगों को? So these are all the responsibilities, powers, and functions of the Prime Minister. So as I told, he has the power to appoint cabinet ministers. He appoints committee of cabinet ministers, chairman of Niti Aayog, earlier it was known as Planning Commission, Attorney General, Comptroller Auditor. So these are the different functions of the Prime Minister. So okay. Attendance is very poor. Why so? Harshvardhan? Hello?
Sir, because of those multiple meetings, sir, people were confused to go here or there, sir. That's why, sir.
Actually, what happened? Earlier, I joined with my desktop, official desktop. Suddenly, Sophos was disconnected. Then again, I joined in my laptop. So
Yes, sir.
another meeting was organized. So there was confusion. So all the time today it was very much disturbed.
Yes, sir. Because of confusion, only the attendance is less today.
Yeah. I was also confused what to do.
Yes.
Okay,
Sir.
no problem. Chalo, ठीक है. Now finally, next Tuesday is holiday due to Shivratri.
Yes, sir.
Shivratri. So we will have our class on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
So next Thursday, certainly there will be quiz.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So be prepared for that.
Yes, sir. What is the mode, sir? Like writing or MCQ?
It will be better writing. Okay.
Yes.
So very limited things is to be written because it is Constitution of India. You have to explain only the different articles, powers, functions, etc.
Yes, sir.
So answer will be objective type, not descriptive type. है ना? You cannot explain in detail. Simply you have to write, explain the different articles, schedules, powers, etc. as per the Constitution. Okay. Okay, time is over.